Today we're going to take a look at the performance of the small cap sector relative to the S&P 500 to get an overall reading on the health of the S&P 500 rally that's taken place. If we take a look at the performance of the US ETF, ticker symbol IWM, which represents the Russell 2000, we can see that we did see that strong rally in November into the beginning of December. But since that time period, we haven't seen the IWM do anything. In fact, it's been totally flat. But what's interesting is if we start to compare this to the performance relative to the S&P 500, this middle graph represents relative performance. When the line's going down, that means small caps are underperforming, and when it's rising, that means that they're outperforming. This bottom graph represents the performance of the S&P 500. If we go back and take a look at the last period of underperformance for small caps relative to large caps, S&P 500, we can see in 2015 that small caps underperformed, and at that time we saw the S&P 500 being totally flat and then turned down. What's interesting is we've seen underperformance since December for small caps relative to the S&P 500 and into March. At the same time, we saw the S&P 500 rallying. This is not something that's very typical. We're in that favorable 6-month period for stocks, and on top of that, this occurred in that favorable period for small caps when small caps tend to outperform. What this is showing us is that investors aren't totally convinced that the rally is a long sustainable rally. We have started to see a little bit of an uptake in relative performance for the small cap sector, which is a good thing, and would be an indication that the market might move higher still a little bit here. It's definitely something to watch. But given that we're in that coming up to that 6-month unfavorable period, investors should still be a little bit cautious in this marketplace because we have seen that period of underperformance that has been taking place for quite some time,